Yo, welcome back to another trade recap video. So today we're going to be going over how I made just about $45,000. It was higher before, but I guess the trade copier didn't really like sync everything correctly. But this was the real PNL. I know it showed a little bit more on my Instagram recap, but that's besides the point. It was still a great day, still a solid winning day, to say the least. But coming into the open, as you can see right here, we had a manipulation into this 30-minute gap at open, right? And we had swept out London highs, which doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have a completely bearish day, because if you look at, pre-market's clearly pushing up. We've swept out a level of sell side over here. So, I'm not really looking for anything too short as well, because London obviously dipped into a discount of this higher time frame range here. So again, I wasn't looking for anything higher, especially because we had all these bullish gaps being respected before open. So coming into the open, right, we had our London highs right here. This is this red line right here. You could see that literally before open even happens, we already take London. But I still was confident in this high over here getting hit, and then PM highs, and then all these highs, previous to high. This NWOG here, and then we have another 4-hour high, another NWOG up here. So I was just kind of looking to see like what we could get for the day. And down here, I wasn't really confident in taking this 30-second over here off of this closure, because I don't know. Because we swept out London highs, I wanted to see if we actually wanted to continue pushing up, or if you wanted to respect that and for whatever reason push lower. It's a Monday, so you can't be too, you got to be careful. You can't be too safe. But yeah, I saw that pretty much nothing for me to take there, nothing super A plus in my personal opinion. I was waiting to see potentially this 5-minute gap getting tapped, and keep in mind this was after already that 1 hour buy side target's been swept out right there. So yeah, we end up not tapping that 5-minute. We actually do end up tapping a 3-minute down here off of that little leg. So this wick here at 9:40 was that 3-minute gap tap. And then we didn't really get too much off, but we had a 15-second right here off of that. But again, it closed super high. We were about to run the high already over here. We still had these lunch highs from Friday, I believe. And yeah, that wasn't super good for me. I wanted to see that 5-minute get tapped for like extra confirmation, but yeah, it did roughly kind of what I wanted to see, but not fully for me to really want to enter, because again, I'm on a lot of accounts and I want to make sure I'm taking like really solid setups, and shit like that. But we did end up getting an SMT inside of this 15-minute gap here, which also did align with the 5. So I guess the only really other good setup that I saw was this 1-minute gap right here, but it closed on it. We had a nice displacing candle, which I guess you could argue that you could enter off of that. But again, I wanted to see more, because at this point right here, this high at 10:14, ES had already swept out its range high. So I wanted to see more, right? We still had this buy side up here at 891.25 that I wanted to see get tapped. But again, it comes up, it edges it pulls back to equilibrium OTE. No real gaps here that I saw that price was respecting. We had a 5-minute, but we were displacing heavily through it. Again, with my discretion, I didn't really like anything to long. Again, longing up here would be risky, because ES is kind of sitting in the range still. We didn't even invert this gap. It's a risky long up here. But it pulls back again, resweeps the low inside of the 5-minute, holds this mitigation zone here, and then immediately pushes back up. But again, nothing here was really too much for me to take. I wasn't confident enough to take any longs here. We did have this small 1-minute inversion that we did inverse, but again, ES had already taken out its swing high of the range, and we kind of were just chopping in this range. No real displacement besides these two candles, but again, didn't like it at all really. And then what I did see was this high getting swept out. Okay, we swept out this internal high, and we had like large wicks over on this leg of price on the higher time frames, and then we actually went ahead and opened a it was a 5-minute, sorry, I said 15-minute on the thing, but yeah, we had a 5-minute gap right here that we opened up. We swept out this buy side level here, and then also that external buy side level, and then we had a nice little 1-minute inversion. So I basically got a little bit of a shitty fill on it. I shorted once this candle closed, stop loss just above the inversion, 7.25 point stop, 14 and 3/4, 15-point TP. As you can see, we pretty much got out at the low of it. And yeah, that was pretty much our trade. Just a little retracement mech model kind of trade. Um, and yeah, that was pretty much it for the day. I didn't really see much else after that. We did end up coming into this 5 minute here. Really respecting any gaps in my opinion. We did come down like pretty deep into this range here. Once we created that swing high, pulled back, hit the golden pocket zone. I know some traders would probably buy here in hopes that this low would be protected since it took out that low inside of the 5 minute over here. So, this long could have been okay. It looked semi-decent. The only problem with this long is ES had already swept out the high. But again, if there was enough confluence here, like if we tapped the 5 minute over here and obviously we were in discount and everything kind of lined up, if that was the case, I wouldn't really pay attention to ES taking a high. I'd probably still take it anyways, but there actually was a pretty clean setup here that I'd like to admit. We ended up coming down into this 5 minute and we respected the bodies of this 5 minute gap. Obviously sold off into a pretty deep discount here. Or not deep discount, but we did tap discount off of this move lower. And then we got a nice little 1 minute inversion. So you could have long this for sure up to that high or to the NWOG, which I marked out here, which you can see it top ticked. But yeah, that was my A+ trade for the day. That's really all I wanted to take. If I missed this, I probably would have taken either this long here or this long here. It was just really bullish today. I didn't want to try and short anything unless like this setup here made sense too short. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the recap today, guys. Hopefully you had a good day. If not, all good. Make sure to just take the loss and come back the next day. It's not a big deal. Losses are part of the game. But yeah, I'm going to leave you boys with that. If you haven't already, make sure to join the free Discord below. Link in the description. We live trade every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure to hop onto that and not miss out because we share a lot of sauce in there. We make a lot of money, take banger trades. So yeah, make sure to join that. Leave a comment, like the video, do whatever you feel the need to do. And yeah, boys, I'll catch you tomorrow. If we get a trade tomorrow, win or loss, I'll make a recap on it. And yeah, I'll catch you boys in the next video. Peace.